Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into historical puzzles, and today we've got a real head-scratcher for you. Why after almost a century is Ireland still split into the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland? It's a tale of rebellion, conflict, and hope. Stick around because, by the end of this video, you'll understand the intricate tapestry of Ireland's past and maybe even catch a glimpse of what the future could hold. So get comfy, grab your favorite snack, and let's unravel this complex story together. A brief, yet complex history of Ireland. Did you know Ireland's history is as dramatic and layered as Shakespeare's? It all starts around 10,500 BC with the first evidence of human settlement. Imagine ancient peoples roaming the lush green landscapes, setting the stage for millennia of history. Fast forward to around 500 BC when the Celts arrived, bringing their rich culture and languages that are still influential today. The Celts brought with them not only a new language, but also a distinct societal structure and way of life. Their influence is still seen today in the form of the Irish language, Gaelic games, and traditional music and dance. These cultural elements became deeply ingrained in the fabric of Irish identity and persisted even through centuries of external influence and internal strife. Now let's talk about a real celebrity in Irish history, St. Patrick. Yep, the same guy who's associated with shamrocks and the color green. In the 5th century, he was busy converting Ireland to Christianity, laying down the roots for a religious and cultural identity that would define the island for centuries. St. Patrick's mission was transformative. The conversion to Christianity didn't just alter the spiritual landscape of Ireland, it also led to the establishment of monastic schools that became centers of learning throughout Europe. The Book of Kells, an illuminated manuscript created around 800 AD, stands as a testament to this period of enlightenment and artistic achievement. But the plot thickens in the 11th century with the Normans' arrival. Think of them as the new kids on the block, but with swords and a thirst for land. By the 13th century, they'd established English rule, setting the scene for a complex relationship between Ireland and England. This relationship, marked by power struggles and rebellions, would shape Ireland's history in ways that still resonate today. The Normans introduced feudalism to Ireland, reorganizing land ownership and governance. Over time, their influence waned, but the seeds of English involvement in Irish affairs had been sown, leading to centuries of political and social upheaval. Ireland under English rule, not exactly a smooth ride. Throughout the 16th and 17th centuries, Ireland found itself more and more under English control, a relationship that was anything but peaceful. The English crown took it upon themselves to impose laws and customs that were often at odds with the local Irish ways. This period also saw the infamous plantations, where land was taken from Irish nobles and given to English settlers, creating a powder keg of discontent that would later explode in the 20th century. The plantations were a deliberate effort to control Ireland by replacing the native Irish landowners with English and Scottish Protestants loyal to the crown. These settlers were granted vast estates, often at the expense of dispossessed Irish Catholics. This upheaval not only altered the demographic landscape, but also sowed deep-seated resentments that would fuel future conflicts. Fast forward to the early 19th century when the majority of Irish Catholics found themselves largely dispossessed of their land, leading to simmering tensions and eventual uprisings. The stage was set for a showdown that would change the course of Irish history forever. The Act of Union in 1801 merged the Kingdom of Ireland with Great Britain, creating the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. However, this union did little to alleviate the suffering of the Irish population, particularly during the Great Famine of the 1840s, which decimated the population and intensified calls for independence. The turning points, rebellions, and the road to partition. The 20th century was a turning point for Ireland. It all kicked off with the Easter Rising of 1916, a dramatic week-long rebellion in Dublin that aimed to end British rule and establish an independent Irish republic. Though the rebellion was quashed, it lit a fire under the Irish independence movement. The leaders of the Easter Rising were executed, but their martyrdom galvanized support for the cause of Irish independence. The subsequent years saw a surge in nationalist sentiment, leading to the Irish War of Independence from 1919 to 1921. Guerrilla warfare, political maneuvering, and negotiations culminated in the Anglo-Irish Treaty, which established the Irish Free State as a dominion within the British Commonwealth. This leads us to the Irish War of Independence and the subsequent Civil War, which not only pitted the Irish against the Brit, but also the Irish against the Irish. The outcome, the 1921 partition of Ireland into two parts. The mainly Catholic South becoming the Irish Free State, later the Republic of Ireland, and the mainly Protestant North remaining under British rule as Northern Ireland. The partition created a new political entity in the North, where Unionists, largely Protestant, wished to remain part of the United Kingdom, while nationalists, primarily Catholic, aspired for unification with the rest of Ireland. This division entrenched a deep-seated sectarian divide that would later explode into violence. The Troubles and the Quest for Peace. Fast forward to the late 20th century, and we hit one of Ireland's most turbulent chapters, the Troubles. This period of ethno-nationalist conflict in Northern Ireland saw communities divided and violence become part of daily life. The Troubles, spanning from the late 1960s to the late 1990s, was a conflict rooted in political and religious differences. The violence resulted in over 3,500 deaths and left deep scars on the community. The Good Friday Agreement, signed in 1998, was a monumental achievement in the peace process. It established a devolved government for Northern Ireland, where power would be shared between nationalists and unionists. The agreement also set up cross-border institutions to foster cooperation between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and it recognized the principle of consent, meaning any change in Northern Ireland's status could only occur with the majority's approval. The current day, a land still divided but moving forward. Today, Ireland remains a land of two halves, but the dialogue continues and hope persists. The Good Friday Agreement laid the groundwork for a new era of cooperation and peace, but the journey is far from over. The peace process in Northern Ireland is ongoing and complex. While the violence has significantly decreased, political tensions and occasional unrest still pose challenges. Brexit added a new layer of complexity, raising concerns about the reintroduction of a hard border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, which could undermine the gains made by the Good Friday Agreement. The economy has grown substantially in the Republic of Ireland, and the country has become more integrated with the European Union. However, the legacy of partition and the aspiration for a united Ireland remains a potent issue for many. Cultural and economic ties between the North and South have strengthened, fostering a sense of shared identity and cooperation. So there you have it. The story of Ireland's division is a complex mix of history, politics, and hopeful resilience. What do you think about Ireland's ongoing journey toward peace? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating historical explorations. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.